Hello, welcome, and congratulations. Like, really, can you give yourself a hand? Round of applause. I want to commend you for doing the first two episodes, first two videos of this postpartum yoga series. That is amazing. And I commend you, especially if, maybe you fell off with your yoga, your exercise, whatever. You got busy with the kids. That's okay. But you're here now. You did the first two videos and now you're doing the final one. You can check off on that to-do list that you moved your body, you completed something, you accomplished something because you did. You did. And that is amazing. So welcome to your final episode, your final part of this postpartum yoga. Okay, so these stretches are for the pelvic area. Our pelvic area is right here, okay? And especially if you are somebody that has birthed children, I know for me, it was a traumatic experience. And there are a lot of trauma that is carried here, right? Birthing the kids. And a little backstory of me, I had a C-section for both of my kiddos back to back. Okay. My kids are I really should do the math, y'all. They're about 18 months apart. So Irish twins, if you will. And both of them had to be C-section. So there's a lot of trauma that happened in this pelvic area for me. And I just like to share that with you because if you are a mommy that birthed your kids via C-section, I see you. And it's a lot. Either way you birth the kids, it's a lot, right? So when we do we're doing two poses today. You may notice as you're doing these stretches for your pelvic area, emotions that you may not be familiar with may come up. You may cry, you may feel angry, you may feel frustrated. That's all normal. And by doing these stretches, you're allowing those emotions to release. And one way you release is crying. One way you release is screaming. So those are the ways that you release, and that is good. Okay. That is what you need, right? So I just like to disclaimer that because I know, especially if you are a Black mom and, growing up, you might have been told that emotions are not, we don't show emotions, we're strong. Not in this corner of your internet, okay? I want you to feel. I want you to feel, okay? And also make sure you find yourself a therapist. If you need help with that, send me a message. You know how to reach me since you have this series now. Okay, enough of that soapbox. Let's get into your final two stretches. So the first one we're gonna do is lizard. Lizard. And I'm gonna get some water. Do the same, please. Okay, so lizard pose. And I encourage you to do these videos in order. So because we've warmed up, if you will. Don't just do lizard, okay? Warm your body up, which we have already done in part 1 and part 2, okay? So it builds on itself. So lizard is similar to runner's lunge and how you're gonna get there. So we're gonna start with our right side, okay? So we're starting with our right side, and you're gonna bring both hands on the inside of your right foot, making sure that knee is properly aligned, okay? So what does that mean? Making sure it's directly on top of the ankle. Remember those 4 corners of the feet that I mentioned in part 2. Be aware of those 4 corners of that front foot, pushing your weight evenly in each corner of that front foot. Uncurling the back toes so the top of your foot rests on the mat. And then just gently being here, your hands are palms down. If you're not feeling anything, I encourage you to come onto your forearms. We're gonna be here. Breathe. Very good. Come out of that, and you're just gonna swap. This is a deep stretch. That's why I gave that disclaimer of emotions, they'll probably come up. You know, we're stretching out the pelvic area. And around the pelvic area, yes, the pelvis is a bone, but then there's muscles that wrap around the pelvis. So we're stretching that out. Okay. So now we have the left foot forward and our hands are on the inside of our left foot. Being aware that you're pressing your weight into all four corners of that front foot. So you could be here if you're not feeling it. And when I say if you're not feeling it, I mean if you're not feeling it like in your inner groin and up this part of your leg, then come on down to your forearms, okay? But if you're coming on down to your forearms, we're not rounding our spine to get there. Our spine is staying straight, okay? It's not curving. Relax your jaw. Smile. That's so good. All right, let's get out of that. The final pose, final. Malasana squat. Okay, stand up. And actually get your block, okay? I'm gonna show you, I love modifications. If you don't know that about me already, I'd be showing you how to do one pose in like 5 ways. Okay, so I'm gonna show you without the block, and then I'm gonna show it with you with the block. Did I say that the right way? Okay. All right, here we go, everybody. So Malasana squat, you're gonna open your feet like double your hip width apart, and your toes are gonna point out 45 degrees, okay? Very good. You can bend the knees, crack them out, Might hear some cracks, probably heard cracks on mine. Bring that belly button towards your spine. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Palms are facing forward. You're gonna breathe in. Exhale, prayer. You're gonna come all the way down, and your elbows are gonna stay on the inside of your thighs. So this is Malasana squat. All right. Maybe you did this when you were pregnant to birth your kid. Some people, boop, baby comes out. Isn't that's beautiful, right? Or maybe like, hell no, Leslie. No, ma'am. I hear you. Good. So you be here, making sure you're standing up straight, even though your pelvis is pointing down, you are standing up straight. This is where you can use the block. So if you're like, oh God, I can't get down there, sis, use your block. Okay, so you can focus on opening up your thighs. So your elbows are gently pressing your thighs open. Good. Gently place those hands down. Heel toe your feet till they're hip width apart. Heel toe your feet till they're hip width apart. Gently roll your body up. You did it. You did it. You finished something. Congratulations. I am incredibly proud of you. I encourage you to do this repeatedly. Do it repeatedly. I don't want to give you homework, but you have this now. You have access to this. You have lifetime access to these videos. So take advantage of that and let me know how you feel now that you've accomplished something and what do you want to see next? I'd love to hear it. Bye for now.